My name is Connie Liu. I'm an undergraduate at MIT, and today we're going to be talking about roots. So roots are basically made for three different functions. The first one being it serves as an anchor. It helps vascular plants anchor themselves into the soil in order to have it stay in place. The second function that roots have is to absorb minerals and water from the soil, and this basically gives the roots and helps to transport those nutrients into the rest of the plant. And the third one, which is a little less well known, is that it can help store carbs or store carbohydrates. Out of these three functions, though, the overwhelming most important one would be that it can absorb water and minerals and deliver that to the plant. Without this, the plant won't be able to survive. So the roots are primarily there to absorb those water and minerals. There are also a lot of different types of roots you can have. The first version that you see is the taproot. That basically means there's one main root that branches off into what are called branch roots or lateral roots, and those are the smaller roots that you see on the side coming off of this taproot. And otherwise, there are also just fibrous roots. Those are just roots that come off very, very fibrously. So what you find that in is, say, grass. They have very fibrous roots. If you pull up grass, you can kind of see those roots on it. It doesn't have one main root coming down as a taproot. It just has very, very small roots coming off of it. And then there's also adventitious roots, which are mainly made by seedless vascular plants, and then these have a fibrous root system as well. So these are also very fibrous. It's just another kind of fibrous root. One very cool thing about roots is you've probably had root vegetables before, things like carrots or potatoes or beets. The reason that you're able to eat these roots instead of, and why they vary from, like, say, fruit or anything you eat that comes from above the ground or from trees, is because these roots are usually roots on angiosperms. And angiosperms, when they have taproots, these taproots actually end up storing a lot of sugar and starch, and this results in root crops. So you get to eat all of those sugar and starch, and they come out into a very delicious vegetable when you eat things like carrots or beets, and you can taste all of that sugar inside of it, and it's just very well stored in these angiosperms. So for these vegetables, for the most part, they are pulled before the angiosperm, which is basically a flowering plant, starts to flower, and then you can eat it as a very delicious vegetable.